It's the show that sucks with your hosts Harrison and Hanzo Gonzo.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light is shining through the window. Let me know everything is alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
With special guests from around the fighting game community.
Has commentating hindered your ability to place fourth place at local tournaments?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it has. I just suck. I just don't practice anymore. It's not because of the commentary. It's more about just life in general. You know, you turn 30.
Just life?
And you're like, just
You're
life.
30?
I'm 30.
Wow, you should kill yourself.
Now for your hosts, Harrison and Hanzo Gonzo.
What's up, everybody? It's number 71. It's a lot of podcasts that
Of
I
what?
do with Hanzo Gonzo.
Of what?
Of podcasts.
Of what?
God, you're the worst.
The show that sucks.
Oh, the show that sucks. It's-
You never do an intro. You always like say number 71 and you just like start talking and it's like
At this
what if-
point, I just assume what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, but some people don't know. You know, some people are coming from Ultra Dave and like, oh, who are these wholesome fellas?
That's true, that Triox guy.
Yeah.
Triox. Damn it, I probably messed it up again.
Just stop talking. Anyways, so this week was a heck of a time for fighting games in that not much happened. But, I mean, I did have a casual chess in Sacramento this past weekend, and I played my Firebrand team, and it went as well as you thought it would. It went terribly, because my Firebrand's terrible.
Exactly. I'm glad you're finally admitting this.
But, I think I could win a lot if I could just wall clean. That's all I need. Like, all you need in Firebrand matchups is the wall clean. It makes such a big difference.
Are
And
you
once
just
you get-
playing your team, just not Taskmaster?
Yeah, it's Firebrand.
That's still a good team, though, right?
Yeah, I still win with Doomami. Like that's not a problem. It's just Firebrand should be such a dominating force that I shouldn't need to win with Doomami. That's why I want to get it too. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm finding out, and I'm revisiting a bunch of my old stuff with Doomami, like raw tagging Amy into Doom, shit like that. But yeah,
What?
should be good times ahead. I don't have much time to practice, so. But come Evo, I should win it. I think I'm a top contender now.
You're a top contender just because you play top character?
Yeah.
I think that's 100% true. Because, I mean, there's nobody in top 8 at Evo ever that doesn't play something hella cheap.
That's true. I guess.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. There's no denying that.
Fruitsy Combo Fiend. Combo Fiend play like
That's
expensive
true, I
pass.
guess.
That's
true.
like She-Hulk.
Combo Fiend
Shield.
is just too good, though.
That's true.
That's why Capcom hired him, so it can give the rest of the
That is
community.
true.
They
Right.
gave the rest of the community a fighting chance
Yeah.
to win tournaments. That's why Capcom hired him.
Anyways, we did have actual things to talk about.
Do we?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, this is terrible. I forgot. So Sanford threw his I'm skipping somehow. Sanford threw his stick really hard on the ground, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Sanford threw his stick!" And like, the internet
So I think
exploded.
that's the greatest thing that happened to the fighting game community
so.
since DiCaprio.
So, what I know people on the internet are just like, on Twitter and whatever, in real life, it's like, man, I don't like the drama. I just want to play some games and, just have some fun, hang out with my buds. As soon as someone throws a stick, though, everyone's like, someone just fucking throw a stick? Like, it's like throwing a chair at the BET concert, BET Awards, whatever that skit is. Everyone's just like, what the fuck? Like, that's the main focus, throwing a stick. You could throw, like, a regular pad. You can throw fucking cup of coffee. No one gives a shit. You throw a stick, people are just like, whoa. Like,
Dude, he
Some-
dented the
some-
floor with his anger.
something about a stick being thrown just mesmerizes people and starts shit. Like people just love it. Like I don't know, because like there's only been like a handful of sticks thrown, like actually thrown, not like thrown tossed on the ground, but like fucking, you know. So
Sorry, a little off topic. By the
Parasite.
way, have you seen the Kappa thread with all of the salty videos?
I've seen a couple of them. You linked me to.
It's the greatest fucking thread I think ever. But
Yeah.
there is a few stick throwing moments in there.
Yeah.
One of them is Hans. It's hilarious.
I think I.
He shakes his hand and just throws a stick to the floor. It's hilarious.
But I think Zero Chain had one of my favorite saltiest moments.
Oh man, I had never seen that one before. And if you haven't seen the video, it's they're commentating, and then in the background you see Zero Chan, and they're playing, and then you just see her just start shaking her hands, and then you just hear the loudest screech you have ever heard in your entire fighting game career.
I like Zero Chain a lot though, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
hate it.
she's
It's just
super
funny. It's just funny. Oh boy. I don't know if I've ever gotten that salty. Have you ever gotten like really perturbed at something in a fighting game? You just be like, "Fuck this," and just went off. Actually, I guess I did. I told the story before, but at Evo 2012, I flipped off a crowd of like 20 people. Like they were standing around it was taking top 32 match, and I lost to Sexy Mike, and I just stood up and I had a fuck belt on. It was a belt that just said fuck, and I showed the belt off and just started individually flipping off all the people that were rooting against me.
Oh, at Evo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I guess a lot of people saw that. And I think that was like salty. I wasn't really mad. I was just like, fuck these people, fuck them all, because they were rooting very loudly against me. So that was the only time I actually like did something.
I think
Have
it
you ever
was.
done anything?
I think like basically every time I lose to Cammy, I want to quit the game because Cammy's
But
like
have-
the most like skillless character ever.
Have you ever just stood up and be like, you're a fucking piece of shit to someone, Or you just stood up and just like been so mad you just had to do something about it?
I don't think so.
I can't picture you doing something like that. To be honest.
I wonder what I said because when I lost to a Cammy at Evo 2 years ago to get that put me into losers in the pool I was in, I was so mad. And it was the same year my friend was filming a documentary that I'm in that he's making. And so I'm really curious to see what I had to say after I lost that Cammy.
Okay,
Because I was super mad.
we'll have to wait for the documentary.
Because it was super close. And I feel like I should have won. And then, yeah. Because I feel like I just lost to Cammy. And not the player. Like real rap. Like if you play Cammy and I lose to you, it's because you play Cammy.
Wow, LPN get blown up. You suck.
Yep.
LPN's terrible. He also has a bad taste in food. I said
Oh my god, dude, we're about to
No,
receive
I
so
wouldn't
much
say that.
so much hate tweets right now.
it. I apologize. Food is his life. But yeah, stick throwing is something perennial and deep in the fighting game community. I don't know why, but because I guess esports has like breaking monitors and shit. When someone breaks a monitor because they're so excited, which does happen, people just
Does it
fucking
happen?
throw their monitor. Yeah, DK beat IG in a tournament. I think it was like 3 months ago now, 4 months ago. And one of the players just fucking took his monitor and just fucking threw it and just like flipped it and destroyed it. Like, and it was pretty.
Did they
pretty
hurt
cool to see.
anybody?
No, they just threw it.
Where did they throw it though?
There's like a soundproof wall. They just threw it into it,
Wow.
and you can see
Damn.
sparks and shit. It's funny. So I guess like everything has their own like destroying shit. People just have a real propensity for that for some reason.
Oh,
It's cool.
There was one rage video. I think it was like the best one. There was like this guy they were in the middle of a match. And the guys whose PlayStation 3 it was just like fuck it, and then in the middle of the match just unplugged the cord and just started walking away with the PS3. And just I don't I guess it would it's not that funny. You probably would have had to been there, but I just think it's the funniest thing ever because the guy just in the middle of like right after a match, it wasn't done yet. They still had to play one more match, and the guy just took it, and it was a Stream Station PlayStation. And
That situation. That was a security guard doing it. I think I remember that whole situation. It was very confusing.
that was
and fun.
funny. That was hella funny.
Someone's just like, nope, we're not having this anymore. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, that's all funny.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that happened generally that does, I think, kind of affect fighting games a little bit. Not the Facebook thing. Facebook bought Oculus, the virtual reality stuff,
That was the
and
sickest segue I've ever seen in my life.
uh, but the thing about it is, like, I feel Oculus had so much support that was grassroots and stuff, and then they just took all their money and was like, hey, we're gonna sell it for $2 billion to fucking Facebook.
Yeah,
random-
I think that's what everybody's thinking.
Yeah, why don't everyone who funded that Kickstarter should have their money refunded, or have it even doubled. I think if I fucking made $2 billion off of a deal because some people believed in me, I would return their money, then give them whatever they gave me back.
So
I
is the
like,
guy
double.
who made it just not gonna work on it anymore?
I'm not sure. I'm sure the team's still on it, and they just got absorbed into Facebook.
That's insane.
But I don't know why Facebook would want virtual reality.
Dude, they want to compete with Google Glass. They want ice, or they want Facebook
guess.
in your glasses. That's what they want. 'Cause
You're right, that is true.
Facebook is practically everywhere. Yeah,
Who would want that though? I understand people wanting Google because Google. is, like,
people don't want it now. They're thinking of 20 years from now.
yeah, but for gaming, I mean, they're not gonna have Oculus stuff probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Anymore. It's just gonna be pretty much just Facebook glasses, I guess. John Carmack is, working on that on Oculus as well as he's doing like some space shit too. If you guys watch QuakeCon, as I do every year. Yeah, it's just interesting that Facebook just bought VR for $2 billion.
That's so much money. They
So much-
obviously know something's there.
Yeah, I mean,
If you buy something for $2 billion.
I don't know. I just think it's dumb and
Facebook
it's
Glass, dude. Facebook Glass.
Facebook Glass. I didn't think of
It's gonna be the future. That's what they want.
Why would you compete against Google?
It's Facebook, dude. Like,
I don't.
do you know how
Oculus-
many people do you know that don't have Facebook?
Oculus is like virtual reality though. It's like for, like you could see. I don't know. I don't see the.
You'll be
application-
able to interact with your friends without leaving your house.
You can already do that with everything.
You'll
Like
be able to see them in 3D and shit.
I don't know. I don't understand the applications for it because I don't think it's gonna be for Facebook Glass. Even though I think that's a good idea for them to do. I mean, just have the same shit, just cheaper than Google. And like, hey, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's what's gonna
VR
happen.
sucks. 3D sucks. VR sucks. That's what I
3D
think.
sucks.
You think there should be virtual reality for fighting games? You're in the arena.
That'd
Like
be
you're
so
just
sick.
damn
Just chucking
Damn.
axes at people.
Hadouken.
Get
Bam.
your
That's
get your
how you-
arm chopped off, and your arm goes numb in real life, so you can't use it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, all right, getting a little bit too real.
You get stabbed, and you get stabbed in real life.
Oh my God, it's the Matrix.
The Matrix.
Oh wait, they already did that.
That'd be cool to have a Matrix for fighting games. I think everyone would play really cheap then if you die in real life. No one would be like, I like low tier.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I like hand axe. And they just die.
It's gonna be like the next Running Man. It's such a great movie.
Yes. I enjoy movies. Something that does affect fighting games actually. Disney buying Maker Studios. If you guys aren't aware, Maker Studios is a YouTube partnership program. They also have Polaris and the one I'm on, I forget. Maker Studios is very big YouTube partners, and they bought out by Disney. Why this affects fighting games is because Disney owns Marvel. So
Basically everything that's get copyrighted by Marvel, and maybe it'll get copyrighted more now.
yeah,
But will it
if you're
only
part-
affect them if you're partnered with Maker?
No, you won't get. If Disney owns Maker, technically you can use Disney content. Well, it depends
It
on what
might
the
just be
contract
Disney,
says.
and they might just say, we don't even want you to use it. Like, we're buying it so other people can't use it. Because it's
That's-
Disney.
I mean, they can prevent you from using their movies and shit, but like what I'm saying is gaming wise, having Disney games, which is anything with Marvel or anything Disney related, Kingdom Hearts and shit, I'm pretty sure the CPM for it is gonna be okay, and so people thinking Disney was gonna like shut down CPM and tournaments for Marvel and stuff. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really think, this is actually a move that would ensure Marvel staying around, not getting updates or anything like that, obviously, but being in the digital realm unhindered.
I don't think
So
that has
that's
anything
good.
to do with fighting games.
Yes, it
Obviously.
does.
You think so? Anything
No,
at all?
does
Like,
does
I
it?
don't.
Was that the reason they did it?
No, of course
fuck
not.
No.
No.
Just like in the future, if content claims become more.
No, they don't want people uploading the full Thor movie to YouTube. And Disney just wants more money. They just want to control the world. I feel like at this point. Anyways, yeah.
That's my 2 cents on it. I'm drinking tea I just made, guys.
I know, I told everybody in chat before that you're drinking tea, and then everybody just assumes that there's alcohol in there instead. Which is probably a really good assumption.
It's not Irish breakfast. It's I drink Earl Grey. I make it myself. Why do I drink Earl Grey? Because my last name is Grey. Boom.
Is that really why?
No, I just like it better.
Okay.
There is another departure from Sony Studios. Not a layoff, though. Seth Killian left Sony Studios, which is really surprising, to be honest. No one saw it coming. He left in December, too, and no one really knew about it. And I talked to Seth about, working at Sony at Capcom Cup, and he seemed pretty, gung-ho about it, so I don't know. I think he might have just been gung-ho about starting his own indie game stuff, because I think that's what he wants to do, start indie game studios and stuff, which is really cool. I think Seth Killian's really, talented, and if he decides to make like an indie fighting game, I think it'll be a good game. But I don't think he'll make an indie fighting game.
I mean, look how good SF4 came out, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine him not making a good game.
Yeah. Seth Killian also worked on Marvel, the greatest game I've ever made, so we can assume good things from him and try and support him. Seth Killian's a baller.
He also did work on PlayStation All-Stars, but I think that was a lost cause. I'm just gonna say it was a lost cause.
Yeah, I think it was doomed from the start, to be honest. They wanted to be Smash, but they didn't want to be Smash. If they just made a Smash clone, I think it would be fantastic. I think it would be fucking cool.
They should have just gone 100% with the Smash clone.
It should have just been literally the same game. Like, I would have been all behind it then, but it wasn't. So, yeah, some people. Yeah. Anyways, Super Arcade Kickstarter. I like you have no input on that, by the way.
What?
You had no input on Seth looking at Sony?
It's the gaming community, dude. It's people leave and join new stuff all the time. It's not the end of the world, I feel like. So
Super Arcade has a Kickstarter that is going strong. I do not know their current count. Do you know their current count?
what?
Do you know the current Super Arcade Kickstarter? I'm just gonna look it up.
I can link it right now in chat.
I just want to know the amount.
Oh, what the amount is? It is
37,000 out of 44,000. They need
It still has 38 days to go, damn.
$7,000 in 38 days, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna get. So Super Arcade's gonna be looking a lot different. Hopefully that disgusting hole of a putrid mass bathroom gets fucking fixed. Because I don't think you guys.
You know what I think
really...
they should do? They should just do this Kickstarter, right? Get it all done. Everybody's super hype. First person going to the bathroom, they just didn't change the bathroom. Because they felt like, you know what, this is what makes Super Arcade. So we just didn't fix the bathroom.
Everything's so nice except the bathroom.
Except the bathroom.
Looks like there's a ring of filth just encrusted on every surface.
In my opinion, I think that's what they should do.
Dude, like, I don't think you understand. But for people who have never been in that bathroom, there's shit on the ceilings. Okay, I don't know how that happens, and I wish I was making it up. There's fucking human excrement just everywhere, and it's all wet. Everything's wet constantly. You don't know if it's blood, piss, semen, urine. You don't know. Water. You don't know. And it's just wet.
I don't think I've ever stepped foot in the bathroom, and I've been there a few times.
Just go in the parking lot to the Jack in the Box bathroom. Just do that. Just do that. And I know you can't go to the the gas station bathroom anymore.
Yeah, I was listening to SDR this week, and they said you can't do that anymore. They wised up.
Some hoodlums were smoking some J's, as they call it on the streets, in the bathrooms, and they're like, no, no.
Is that really why?
Yeah, did I just like blow out the cover or something?
Oh,
I mean,
I mean, probably not.
people smoke weed.
It is
in
right next to a college, so.
I know. Don't smoke weed in the Jack in the Box because I want to go there. Use that bathroom. So please don't.
Don't doing that and
Don't
Jack in the
ruin
Box
it.
go hand in hand though.
Yes, very much. Do it outside the dumpster, man. Don't do it in the bathroom. No. That's not cool. I want to use the bathroom when I go once a year.
Did you
Yeah.
read any of it, by the way?
Yes, I read the whole thing.
Okay. Do you like see anything in there that's like, holy shit, like this is gonna make them more money?
No. I think the pass system is a good idea. So people can just buy a pass, and then it gives them more incentive to show up, and actually more people at tournaments because they're buying a pass or whatever. And it's a good deal for them because they're probably going to be playing the same amount they usually pay, but it's just guaranteed money every month for the arcade, so they don't have to like guess, live week to week.
And that's super hard, because in arcade there's no constant income really for the
Yeah,
most part
so-
ever for an arcade. So
If you have a guaranteed sum of money, at least you have that money for that month. And first, because if you're going by every week, it's so stressful. It's like if you're on the brink, and I think having that money is good, good,
my-
and it's psychological good.
do I
too.
think that people are gonna buy it? I think a
I
few
think-
people will buy it.
I think a lot of people are gonna buy it.
You think a lot of people are gonna buy it?
Yes, the people who show up with casuals every 3 days a
Okay,
week.
so that's like 20 people.
That's still a lot of people.
That's actually I guess that is a lot of people, right?
That's $800 a month.
That's still pretty good.
That's just 20 people too. What
But
if,
if you think about it, those people are still gonna be showing up. So
But it's
I-
just
my thing
guaranteed money.
is I don't think that the pass system is gonna encourage people to come.
what if
I don't think it's gonna encourage people. Like, there's no real incentive to buy it unless you already come all the time. That's my problem with it.
but it saves you in venue fees, I guess. Like say you plan on coming like more than once, or you might want to come more than once. You can do that.
But you have to come every time. You have to go to every single tournament in order for it to be worth it. Every single one. You basically
true.
get a half, like a tournament and a half free or something like that, I think, per pass. And even for the Uber Pass or whatever it's called, I think it's still like you really have to show up to all the tournaments in order for it to be worth it. And I don't see many people, like I was saying, 20 people maybe buying those all month passes. I want them to put in, hey, you get like $5 of free games or something with your card.
Well, they get free casuals. I guess all month, which is pretty
Do
big.
you not get free casuals by showing up?
No.
Like,
You
you
have-
don't?
If you show up randomly, it's not free casuals. You have to pay. And if you show up,
Okay, well, if
on
you're
a casual
there, if
day?
you're there for free casuals, you're showing up for the tournament anyway.
no, I'm talking about like days when there's no tournament.
Like Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays. They have to pay to be there. But this month thing covers that too. Covers the tournaments and that.
I think it's
So if
like
they go-
$3 or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
It's
just
just
saying,
not a big.
You know what they
incentive
should
for me.
do?
What?
is give, like you get 2 free jinx or like 4 free jinx every, $10 you spend, like a free drink,
Yeah, I think there should be something. There needs to be some other
Free Snapple.
little incentive. Maybe a couple free Jack in the Box tacos or something. I don't know.
Oh man, that get more people than you know. Whoa, I can get a Jack in the Box taco. Oh my god, I'm shaking my monitor too. It's not an earthquake. Sorry.
That, and I was looking at all the pledges, and for the most part, the only good one was the arcade stick one. And
That
it's
was a great one actually.
and it
You
was
guys-
gone like immediately, and everything else is kind of whatever. for the most part. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the stick
But
one.
the whole point of this is, if you want if you want to support the arcade, you're gonna get money regardless of getting an arcade stick or whatever's on there. So, uh, the pledges are just something extra
The arcade
for
stick one.
this.
Oh my God, Harrison!
What?
You
I know,
interrupt me 3 times in a row. Anyways, the arcade stick one is a really good deal because dual modded custom arcade sticks are typically
Hella expensive.
$425, $450. So I mean, right there, getting a custom arcade stick that's dual modded is very good deal. And especially if it's non-wooden. If it's like a plastic one, then that's probably maybe even more than $500. So you're getting you might be getting a deal on a dual modded arcade stick if it's a high quality one.
So yeah, I wasn't surprised when all those sticks immediately got taken. But yep, I don't. Yeah, is there anything else on there that you want to talk about at all?
I think they need to have a fund to get Mondo beer. They should have a tip jar and just have Mondo beer jar, and people can drop by and give them $1 for beer.
Just a jar?
Yeah, why not?
Somebody do that. Just
Jaxel
tweet
does
Genesis
that.
or something like that and have him put a jar there.
Yeah, just get Mondo beer. He deserves it. That's what I think.
I was about to say something too. Oh, so the goal is like $44,000, right?
Yes, they're gonna meet it.
Oh, they're gonna meet it. But do you know how many of these games they already have? I don't see them doing all of this stuff and being able to afford all these games. If
They
they,
have most of these
I was gonna
games.
say they must have most of them, right? Because all of these games would cost more than $44,000.
I don't know if they have Initial D. Someone in the chat can probably, because I don't remember seeing it.
That's the only thing that I wasn't clear about. If they have a bunch of those games,
If
then
they
can
have
totally
Initial
do that.
D, and I must have missed it because I love that game, but I think that's one of them they don't have. I think they might not have a couple, but maybe they have it at another arcade. Because I don't know what Watson does with all the arcade machines that aren't in the store. Because I'm sure he has more.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There might be some in storage or some in another arcade somewhere, just being rented out from someone. Because sometimes other arcade owners will give machines to other arcades just to rent them out.
I just hope it happens, and after Evo, after all this is done, everything is good and it's supporting itself, and
Yep.
I just hope it's a success, because if it's not, then it's gonna really suck.
Yeah, especially with all the community sports. People from non-SoCal are supporting it. And also, I tried to support it, but Watts did not want to take my money. And I'm going to explain why. So I have a picture on the internet that's pretty infamous of me in a popsicle. You might have seen it.
Oh god, that one? When you're
Yes.
standing on the bed? God, Jesus
So
Christ.
there's a funny story behind that picture too. But anyways, I offered $500 for him to. I would kickstart $500 and he could put the picture up framed up in Super Arcade. Anywhere, I didn't care where, in the bathroom, doesn't matter. And he said no. He said it was gonna be $10,000 for me to do that. So I want to start a Kickstarter, $10,000, to have my picture put up on Super Arcade.
They should
I
put a
think-
pledge on there. It just says $10,000. Only applicable to Hanzo Gonzo. Picture with popsicle put in bathroom.
Yeah, or like the front desk, whatever. Just a framed picture of me. That's all I want.
Just when you enter.
I don't want my name. I don't want T-shirts or sticks or doodads and being a VIPs. I just want my picture hung up. That's all I want.
I don't know why you would ever want that.
And if you want to see the pictures,
You can.
Hanzo nudes or something.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Why?
I'm not naked, Harrison. God.
You're naked enough.
Anyways, but yeah, maybe we can get something going. 10,000.
I think
It's for a
that's
good
it
cause,
for the
guys.
most part.
Yeah. For this week, nothing much happened. I was working and I played some casuals Saturday, which are fun. They're gonna be uploaded on Momoshi's YouTube channel. I'll probably retweet that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you always send it in at Hanzo Gonzo and at Harrison SBA.
Should we
Harrison,
start questions?
Wait, before we
What?
start questions, what did we stream this week?
Oh yeah, that's right. I got the board game right here actually.
Do you? I can't see.
Uh,
Show that.
Played Settlers of Catan. The sickest game ever made. Right
Settlers
here.
of Catan.
Oh, it's
so
upside down. Sorry.
I want to start streaming this more often with people.
It's fun, right?
Cause I do have fun with it. You know, it's like really. I think it's like arbitrarily dumb, but I still think it's really fun.
It's super chancy, especially the original game. It's so whatever. Like it doesn't matter if you have good numbers, 3 good rolls and somebody can win. So I was looking and they do have it on Steam, and it looks a million times better. So I think we should get that instead. And it comes with the expansions,
Hold
and
on.
the expansions are amazing.
Hold a minute. Stop the show. Okay.
Spyron says nerd. I only showed you one box.
I can't see it on Steam. Is there a different name?
Let me
Oh no,
look at
there
that
is.
right there. There's actually 5 boxes over there.
Oh my god, you have 5 boxes.
It's all of the expansions.
So it's $17. I'll buy it as soon as the show's done.
You'll buy it? Okay, I'll buy it then.
Cool. Anyways.
Yep, sorry. I
We'll
left
start
in the
streaming
shop.
on I-Play-Whatever.
Yes, we did.
Twitch.tv/I-Play-Whatever. We had a Kinder Party on. Kinder Party, I'll get him the game too if he needs it. But yeah, I want to stream that more often. If you guys are interested in hijinks, you can watch that. Twitch.tv/I-Play-Whatever. Anyways,
Phantom Knot, it says it looks dumb. You know what, Phantom Knot? You're just jealous because we got more viewers than
you look dumb.
Then-
You look dumb.
than
that's what I think.
playing Battlefield, so you can hold
Damn.
that. Yeah, that's what's
Damn.
up. That's fun.
It is fun.
But I'm
Anyways,
yeah, that was it. Do you want to start questions? Actually,
Yes.
I have one question to ask you.
go ahead.
And you probably know what it is already because I sent it to you in Skype. Is
Did you?
that okay? So did ESPN die?
Oh yeah,
Is it dead? I haven't seen anything in a million years.
maybe they're on break, dude. I don't know.
Is it?
I
I
really
thought
don't
it
pay
just started a
attention to
new season.
I do not pay attention to it whatsoever. I'm sorry, I'm not that engaged with it.
And I don't want it to die. I think it's awesome. But I think they kind of messed themselves up. They did it at a bad time, and then they tried to fix it too late. So now everybody was used to the 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock time. And then they changed it to 8 o'clock, so now nobody has any idea what's going on.
They really should have kept it at the 2 o'clock because people from America still watched it. They just watched it at work, and it wasn't a lot of people, but I still think YouTube makes up for that. If you put it up on YouTube, people will watch it still. I don't know. I know a lot of people watch our show on YouTube. You know,
They
'cause
do.
They can't watch it. The East Coast people just can't watch it this late. People
That's
on
why we have
jobs and
YouTube
shit.
and MP3
That's why we have all that stuff.
on the podcast section of I Play Winner.
There you go. So I feel like it's their fault if they don't get viewers because they had a good thing going. I don't know why they changed it.
That, and for God's sakes, put all of the matches in one video. I'm never ever going to have 3 videos load per match. It is ridiculous. I'm never going to do that. I'm just going to skip to the end every time. I'm sorry. I think that's ridiculous.
For what exactly? What are you
On
talking about?
YouTube, all of the first to 7s are cut into 3 videos.
All of them?
All
Not
of
just
them.
one first to 7? One
All of
first to
them.
7? That's just a CPM grab, man.
It's not, though. It's
Has to be.
Is it? I just don't feel like that ever works.
It doesn't work, but they just want people, like, if they're interested in one video, they'll watch 3, and that means, you know...
If you want to get
It doesn't
fake
work.
views, it just doesn't work. It doesn't.
Because the fill rate will be destroyed.
Yeah,
by the
exactly.
end of the third, so it's really stupid to do.
But yeah,
So-
stop doing that. And the thing is, they did it first season, the full first to 7 in one video. So I don't know whose idea that was. Just stop doing that.
Yes, they should. 'Cause
And
it's
then
really...
re-upload them in one video.
very
so I'll
dumb.
watch them.
Okay, so I have a bunch of questions. So everyone wants me to talk about it, so I'll just start with this question.
Okay.
Adred Mage asks, how do you feel about Dark Souls 2? You live up the first game. Do you feel the boss fights were disappointing at all? So I'm a big Dark Souls guy, and I really enjoyed Dark Souls 2. I think it's actually maybe better than Dark Souls 1, but I think a lot
Wow,
of people
better.
I think a lot of people disagree with that fact, but I haven't explored most of the game. I just feel like Dark Souls 2 is so much bigger and yeah, but the boss fights, to be honest, are not as impressive as
They're not as
Dark
epic?
Souls 1. Nah, epic's not a good word for it. It's more like I don't know about challenge, but like it's not as they made it so there's a scale basically, and there were not many cheap boss fights. And there's a scale. There are some surprises that are just like fuck you over if you just don't know. But I feel like boss fights were some of them are a little disappointing. Like the priest fought the congregation boss fight. I don't know what it's called. It's just boring and stuff like that. But I think the game's very very good. And the final boss is actually a boss, which is crazy. You know, it's a first. So
It's actually a boss.
and
Is that what
Dark
you
Souls
just said?
1, yeah, Dark Souls 1, the last boss is a joke.
What?
Yeah, it's a joke. If you just parry.
Oh, okay. I thought
If
it
you
was a
compare-
joke. You get to the boss and it's a joke. You don't fight a boss, and
That's
it's just
kind
a
of
joke.
like Demon
I thought
Souls,
it was.
I guess. Demon Souls is kind of like that. But yeah, I think it's very good. I think it's a good game, and I'm gonna continue playing it. Right now, I'm doing a punch build. I'm just punching. Cestus dual wield.
Yeah,
All I do is
I
punch.
saw you had a guy that looked like Dudley.
Yes. all
That's
I do
pretty
is
cool.
punch. It's actually very good. It's broken in PvP, I hear, so that'll be fun to do. Next question at Dread Mage asks, do you think Firebrand teams will be the next big thing in Marvel? How far can these setups go? No one's gonna play Firebrand. I mean, there's Firebrand players that are good, but it's not gonna be a huge trend.
It's too late.
I think there's a lot of people jumping on Vinny's team, Polyjumian's team,
If I still played Marvel, I would jump on that team.
but they're very bad players. Because if you jump on a trend, you're not going to be good at it, in my opinion. And if you are good at it, you're not going to be as good as the person who invented it. So people are going to know how to fight it and do well against you. So I feel like you should just play what you want to play. If you want to play the cheapest shit in the world, then I don't know why you just don't pick Zero or Morgan.
Yeah,
Just
that's true.
Pick them. Like, you don't have to work with them. Like, you do so much more for so much less.
You can just do random stuff and win.
Yes. Well, not random, but
Random.
just do things.
It's Marvel.
It's like
It's all
Stand
random.
H. Stand H was Zero. Just do it. Like, why wouldn't you do it? You know. It's kind of like Jump S with Morgan. Why wouldn't you press that button? There's literally no reason.
Yeah, there's no reason.
But I like Firebrand. I think he'll get more notoriety, more so than he already has. Drew Mage asks, Blaze Blue American releases today. What factors are key to keeping you player base long term? So there's a weird thing with Blaze Blue that I've sort of noticed, and I'm guilty of it. In that, for Japanese games, if you can import it somehow, a lot of people buy the Japanese version for anime games, but they won't play the American version as much as like I don't know. It's like as soon as the American version comes out, I feel like it dies a little. I don't know why. Because I don't own the American version right now, and I haven't really played in ever. But if I was playing, but I feel like
So how many fighting games at this point have you bought and then just quit? After 2 weeks. So there's
not 2
KOF,
weeks. There's KOF, Skullgirls,
Blaze Blue.
Injustice, Blaze Blue.
Did you buy S Cross Second?
Yeah, I did well in that game. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I got like top something at NCR.
Yeah, you
Top
got top
two?
8 because only 8 people entered it.
Top 32, I think.
Top 32 because probably only 30 people entered it.
Yeah, I was good at that game, Harrison. Initially. But yeah, I did
Yeah,
top
because you played Julia and all you did was spam overhead because nobody knew how to block it. That's how you were good. And then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you can block it," and then just max punish Julia, and then your SF
I
Cross
had-
Tekken career just took a
No, I
dive
had
into
elbow
nothingness.
cancels. Fuck you, Harrison. I'll fuck you up in cross second.
I would challenge you to that, but I don't really want to challenge you at that.
I'd fuck you up with Julia, man. I know how to cancel. Elbow cancel.
I have a feeling like that needs to happen now.
Alright. Let's do it.
All
I'll
right.
play Jin, motherfucker.
All right.
Anyways, let's move on to more important questions. Down asked, now that Cody's no longer the number one Harrison, will there be a change in FGC tier list? I just got mind fucked by that question. By the way.
Wait, now that Cody is no longer the number one Harrison, will
Yeah.
there be a change in the FGC tier list, and how will Street Fighter 4 respond? I'm gonna say he meant to say number one. Now that Harrison is no longer the number one Cody, I'm gonna just say that he meant that. I don't think it'll make any difference at all. That's my opinion.
Okay. Negro Domus asks, what happened to South Iron Arcade? It died. That's what happened.
It did. It was sad. Just like
It's
Starbase.
It's dead. Dakai FGC asks, what shitty failed beverage would you like to be sponsored by? Coke C2, Pepsi Jazz, Propel? You probably liked Propel. No, I did not like Propel. Okay, first off.
Propel?
And
What the hell's
second
that?
off, it was that really shitty like vitamin water. I would be sponsored by Surge if it was a dead beverage. Surge is the shit. Anyways.
I don't know what I'd be sponsored by. Yo, Dad's Root Beer, let's go.
Yeah, ooh, that'd be good.
That'd be
They're
so
not
sick.
dead.
They're not dead, but they're small enough to be considered dead compared to like Pepsi, I feel like.
Alright, that's like an anime game.
Dad's Root Beer, the anime game
Root
of
beers.
soda.
At Deathstrike asked, did Hanzo Gonzo eat his dog and cat when he moved? No, one of my dog's dead. Thanks you for asking.
Wow.
And my cat and my cat is still alive. There, at my...
Obviously, you just saw the cat.
No, this is a different cat. This is a new
Oh,
cat.
okay.
Say hello, Willow. Hey, Willow. She's fucking crazy. But yeah, so
Jiro Mage asked, did you already ask this question? Blaze Blue American was released today. What
Yes.
factor? Did you already
Yes.
ask? Okay. Already answered that question before the show. You just asked that question. Somebody says, are you going to pick up Blaze Blue now that it's out in the States? Do you even care? No, I don't, unfortunately. I'm just not an anime guy.
I would play it, but I just have too much going on.
James Chen asks, do you guys listen to the Joe Rogan podcast?
You do.
Do I?
I thought you did.
I don't think so. I think I've listened to a few of them, but
I don't
I
think
feel
so.
like I really need to listen to podcasts just to see what other people do
I've listened
in
to
podcasts.
I've listened to a handful of Joe Rogan podcasts and I quite enjoy them. I think it's a good podcast. I don't listen to it I don't listen to anything like faithfully, to be honest. The last thing I did like fanatically was watch HC Bailey videos, and I hope you guys don't know who that is because it's really embarrassing, guys, to admit that.
I used to listen to Oh Yeah Dude with a buddy of mine. If you probably don't know what that is.
I don't.
It's pretty funny though.
Anyways, Trihox asks, "What's your favorite pony?" A dead one.
I don't know, ask Hell Pockets.
Ah. Triax also asks, why does Jury suck in AE? I don't know. Harrison.
Jerry does not suck in AE. You can ask Kuman that too, because he's been overseas and he knows what actual juries are. So, Jury does not suck at all. I feel like she is just maybe not hard to play, but she plays way different than a Street Fighter character. You really have to think about what fireball you're charging because you lose your normals, you lose ability to throw or focus or sweep, so I don't know. I don't really know how to play the character to explain it, but she's really good. She's going to get better. Yeah. She has everything in the game for the most part except a command grab. She has a counter to get away. She has a reversal.
It's an overhead.
It's not instant overhead, is it?
She can jumping away overhead or whatever. I don't know if that's instant.
It's not. It's not instant, but yeah, it's good. But it's still unsafe. But they're making it safe in AE or Ultra, at least the EX version. But yeah, Jury's good, but nobody plays her. DGFGC asks, how do I become the Roger Dodger of Killer Instinct? I don't even know what that means.
What a question.
I don't even know what that means.
I
Does
don't
that
know,
just
man.
mean
Sure,
sitting
you can a
home
lot.
playing WoW all day? Like,
Sure,
I
you
don't.
can a lot. How about that?
Sure, you can a lot. Dude, he played Chung Li.
But in KOF, he does the Kim up thingy.
And that's still a
Like
charge character. But yeah, I guess flip kick.
It's
Flash
okay.
kick all the time. Just do it. You'll beat Hell Pockets.
Yeah, there you go. Roger Dodger, the Hell Pocket Slayer. Well, we're just picking on Hell Pockets today.
The Hound asks, this is probably asked to Hanzo Gonzo because I have not played the game. What is the Show That Sucks official review of XRT OST? Have you seen anything or heard anything or watched anything? Hanzo Gonzo.
Yes, I've listened to most of the OST, and I quite enjoy Soul versus Kai, and Kai's song is good. I like those two a lot. I think there's another one I quite enjoy. I think might have been Slayers, but yeah, I think it's a good soundtrack. A lot of metal shit, which I enjoy. So pretty good. Nothing like crazy. I don't know, but I'm not that into metal, like hardcore into it. I'm more into hip hop and rap. So yeah, it's my opinion.
Yep. If you guys have questions, you can send them at Harrison SBA and at Hanzo Gonzo. Fernando Hernandez asks, at Harrison SBA, I recently picked up Cody. Any tips? What do you think Cody needs in Ultra? I think he's getting everything he needs. I like it, and I don't like at the same time that his EX criminal upper is invincible to hits now. I think it's faster. It's just weird. Honestly, I'd rather have an immune to throws. That's just my opinion. Because from what I was playing, I don't know if they've changed it, but if you try an anti-air with it, it trades most of the time, so it kind of sucks. His rock releases when you let go of the button now, so it's really good. It's almost impossible to jump in on Cody now. And he got his slide is useful now, and that's it. Everything else is a bonus. Yep, I feel like you got everything you needed.
Cool. I have no opinion on that.
Oh, I guess any tips? Pick Cammy.
Damn.
I'd say just learn your normals. Learn how to option select crouching jab into medium ruffian kick. Those two are really important. Use his focus attack. It's really good. If you can space his focus attack, you can do a lot of good things with it. And that's it. If you guys have any other Cody questions, you can refer to BJ Unchained on Twitter.
I think I have another question. Let me check.
Cruzilla says, Settlers on Steam is single player, not online multiplayer. So there goes that idea.
Whoa. Is it?
I guess it is.
We'll research it.
Alright, you ask the next question.
Yeah, I just saw Steam. It's not. Okay. Fuck. Anyways, it wasn't a question. Just the Hound just said your story. I don't know what that means. So, I mean, I'm out of stuff. Say, Harrison. I don't know if I have a Hanzo story. What did I do this weekend? Oh yeah, I do have a Hanzo story. It's not that long though.
We have a couple more questions, I thought.
No, I didn't. I didn't see any.
Oh, you didn't?
Triox asks, where should I go level up my Druid in EverQuest 1? I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The hills. Go to the hills. I don't know what the hills are, but just go to them.
James Chen asks, I play Vega. Should I quit now? I think he's getting better. All of his pokes are the same. I don't know how well he's gonna fare in a super rushdown game, even with the reversal. No,
I
that's
think
just my opinion.
I think he's gonna get fucked.
Think he's gonna
Yeah.
get fucked? I don't think so.
DiCaprio's gonna fuck him.
I don't think anybody knows anything about DiCaprio yet, so
DiCaprio's
I'm
so
not holding my
good.
breath.
DiCaprio's so good.
I don't
She
think
can
she's good at
teleport.
all.
She can teleport.
Oh my
She can
god! So
spiral
by
arrow in the air.
logic, Dhalsim, top character.
Yeah,
Seth, top character. What other?
she can spiral arrow in the air.
So can Cammy technically.
Spiral arrow in the air.
Yeah, it's called a dive kick.
Oh my god. Blackthink 808 asks a very important question. Are you excited for the new Game of Thrones coming out next week? Next Sunday? This Sunday?
It's coming out this week.
It's next Sunday, I think. It's in April, beginning of April. Yes, I'm very excited. The Red Viper is making his appearance, which is always cool. Red Viper is one of the fan favorite characters. He's being introduced this season. And they're going to be doing some crazy shit this season, from what I know. And I'm so excited, not for this season, but for next season, because my dude, my number one player, the number one ladies' man of Westeros, the motherfucker, Victarion. Victarion? I don't know how to say his actual name. It's going to be in the show. That's my favorite character. Victarion is like the most badass metal motherfucker on earth, so.
The Walking Dead is good again, just in time for it to go away for another 8 months.
I haven't been watching, so.
It's good. At least I think it's good now. The last 2 episodes have been good, as opposed to being like crap for the last, I don't know, 3 seasons or something. But yeah. Sorry. Talking about TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched. You know when True Detective is coming back, or are they shooting a new season?
I
or-
have no idea.
Okay. Because I really want a new season of that, because I liked it a lot.
Jared Mage asks Hanzo Gonzo because I haven't read a book in the last 5 years. Favorite book of the last 5 years?
I mean, we were just talking. I really enjoyed Game of Thrones, all the books.
I read the Street Fighter comic last week on the show.
I've read past 5 years, I guess. Stranger by Albert Camus, I believe his name, was very good. 1984, it's a very good book. Slaughterhouse 5. What else? I've been reading Count of Monte Cristo, but my Kindle got stolen, so I have to put a hold to that. But I'll probably be finishing that up, and I really enjoy that book as well.
I think that's it. You can
I don't
just
know,
finish with your Hanzo story if you want.
I've read a lot of books, so. We have another question that's actually good. Soul Snaps asks, lots of people think hitboxes are better than 6. What do you guys think? I do not think so. I think they're the same. I think you could do exactly the same on hitboxes than you can on sticks.
I want to say that, but there has to be a reason. If you're a hitbox
just-
player,
It's just comfort. Just keep
I
comfort.
guess so. But
If you can't use this, but rather do
who
that,
starts playing a game and is like, you know what I would like to do is just replace all of the. I would just like to replace the analog stick with buttons. Who says that?
dude, there's
Who
so many
says
weird
that?
people. There's so many weird people in that play video games. There's keyboard players, dude. You don't realize that. They're
Yeah, I know.
legit keyboard player. Mortal Kombat has keyboard players that win tournaments.
I know.
Mortal Kombat 2, I'm sorry. 3, whatever the fuck, old one. But people are weird, man. Whatever they feel is comfortable, that's what they should use. If they think a little shitty pad is comfortable, go for it. Everyone's gonna hate you, but you can go for it. You think hitbox is cool and you like playing piano, and just go for it. Just play it. Doesn't mean you can't do something. It's not mandatory for you to use a certain thing to do one thing.
Just
do
make
everything.
sure if you use a converter that it doesn't suck.
Yes.
I think that's the number one thing.
I don't think people should use pads, but people still do. I think pads are stupid because
Don't put macros on your stick.
you shouldn't macro at all. If you put up on a button, you're just a cheater.
You're a fucking cheater.
You're actually cheating. You just won neutral by up forwarding. Get it? Just won it. Anyways, my Hanzo story. So I did tweet about this, but I didn't tweet the full story. I was in Sacramento this past weekend for International Furry Business, and I was at a Popeyes on Sunday. And Popeyes is known for, being, having the clientele of slightly below average socioeconomic status. And I was in a very rough neighborhood, so to speak. And a woman walked in wearing only a bra, and she had short shorts on, but she had a thong outside the shorts. Okay? So she was like Captain Underpants, like walking up in there. And she's just like looking through trash, and I assume she's homeless or crazy. So I'm like, whatever. I eat my chicken. And she sits down next to me and was like, hey, can I get some chicken? And I was like, no. And I just kept eating, and she walked away.
Well, you're a terrible person.
I'm not getting my fucking chicken. Fuck her. That's my story.
Wow. Are we? I can't. I can't end the show like that. I just can't do it.
I'm pretty sure I could have gotten a blowjob for chicken, but I didn't. I would have gotten something else too, like a disease. So.
Oh my god.
That's a real story.
Why do I do the show with you?
All my stories are real, by the way. I don't think people realize that. 100% real.
I mean, I figured you just can't make that up.
All of them.
But I mean, you love chicken enough where you would probably make something up like that.
Oh, that's true. I was also in the hood, and I was walking. It was very late because I had to walk back to my hotel, and there was hookers everywhere. And I've never seen hookers like at all because we don't have them up here really. So I was freaking out and wanted to take pictures, but everyone that I was with wouldn't let me because they thought the pimps were gonna get mad or something.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna end the show on Hanzo Gonzo words of wisdom.
Oh, you didn't say it? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I would say it. Alright. If you guys need a reason to follow Hanzo Gonzo on Twitter, this is a good reason. I will retweet it out right now. So if you guys follow me at HarrisonSBA on Twitter, you will be able to see it right now. Hanzo Gonzo. Young Hanzo got guns. Young Hanzo, or fuck, I already messed it up. Wow, I'm the worst. Alright, I'm gonna start over again. Oh, wow, he's doing the pose. Okay. Young Hanzo got guns. Young Don got Huns. Young Hanzo doles out stitches. Young Don got a lot of bitches. And that's going to be it for the show that sucks this week. If you guys want, you can follow me at HarrisonSBA on Twitter. If you guys want, you can follow the person, the genius behind that, I guess poem. You can follow him at Hanzo Gonzo. Make sure you guys follow us at iPlayWinner, twitter.com/iPlayWinner. You can also follow us facebook.com/iPlayWinner. Of course, you can go to iPlayWinner.com where you guys can check out news of our upcoming tournaments, FGC-related events, things like that. Our next stream/tournament is Alpha Clash 10 in Mountain View, California. So if you guys are around that area, you should come and check it out. I put up a list of some players there on iPlayWinner.com. You can go and check it out. I think that's it. If you guys want to check out any previous show in MP3 or YouTube format, you can go to iPlayWinner.com, go to the podcast section, and every single show, including if we had a guest on that show, you'll be able to check it out. So if you like somebody from the FGC, you should go and see if we've had him on the show. And that is it. All right, peace out, guys.